Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all a very quick update on Litecoin right now, guys. We're at 115.65. We're up 0.12%, bounce between 0.12% and 0.31%. Guys, we're going to dig into this. We're going to stay on the 4-hour day. We're going to bounce out a little bit to the 1 day as well, but mostly I just want to stay on the 4-hour because I really want to stay in tight. And what I'm paying attention to is this purple trend line. I've been paying very close attention to it, guys. So we're going to dig into all that. If you like these Litecoin videos, guys, you like me coming on here doing this with you, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This channel doesn't exist without you guys, so I just am so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. So we're going to get into this, my friends. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not going to rub the crystal ball for you. We're going to have a plan. We're going to outline it for the upside, the downside, and the sideways, and that's what we're going to do, guys. All right? So what I want to point out first, this purple trend line on the 4-hour, guys, we've really been following this tight here. So what happened was we had this first impulse wave come in on good volume, and then, guys, you can see the volume really tailed off here, and it basically turned into one of those bull flags essentially, and then we came up. We broke out of this yellow trend line that I had here, guys. We had to close up above it. We had another impulse wave come in on good volume. We had our retracement where volume sank, and then, guys, it actually looked like from this trend line we had a hammer candle form, and then we had a bullish engulfing candle. Remember this on the 4 hours, and we started to get pushed up. We were defending this trend line here, guys, and we actually got up with a real body close on the 4-hour up above this 117.36, and now it's looking like we're having some type of little sell-off here. So what I'm going to be looking for is 2 candle closes on the 4 hours below that trend line, or a 5% close below that trend line, guys. And most likely that would show, if we do have a close below that, we definitely could come down here and test. I would say around this $111.69. So remember, these are the targets to the downside. And then I would look here, guys, to this 104.84, and what happened was this was old resistance. We broke through it. We would want that to become new support, so we definitely would want to find support off that if we do break to the downside, guys. Be very aware of that. Now to the upside, say we get sucked up right here, guys, and we close back up above this trend line again, then that could show us that we potentially could have another shot at this $125. But just remember, even on the 1-day chart, we're starting to get a little overextended here, guys. So pay close attention. We're just in that tight range right now. But what I am seeing here is the defense of this 20 EMA still on the 4-hour, which I want to see here, guys. So if we have basically a close below this trend line and a close below this 20, guys, most likely we definitely would come down here and retest this 111.69. So I just want you to be aware of that. These trend line closes are very powerful, and they're a really big deal. And on the stochastic RSI, what happened, guys, we had a beautiful cross here, right where we had this bullish engulfing candle closing basically over this hammer candle here. Everything was looking great. We were running up, and then all of a sudden we ran into trouble right here at this 117, and what happened was our stock started to roll over. We tried to push up again, guys, and now it's looking like we're crossing back down again. So we're really going to have to pay attention to see when this closes, and this close is going to happen in about 3.5 hours, guys. We actually just closed this really nice candle here, and that's why I said I'm a little bit surprised with the candle that we're having here, but it's still so early in this 4-hour set. So we want to keep a very close eye on the trend line, the 20 EMA, guys, and some of these moving averages down here. Now what I want to do, I want to go out to the 1-day chart. We're going to see if anything's getting overbought, if we're in any overbought territory, anything like that. So, guys, let's go out to the 1 day. And what we're having here, I also want to examine the candles. Okay, so remember we were talking about we may have one more nice little leg up there, guys, but we're getting overextended. And you can see on the stock RSI, we're at 86 and 84. So we are in that overbought territory right now, guys. Anything over 70 is going to be overbought in a traditional market. And you can see how we kind of just went straight up here, right? And then we had a doji here. We had basically a doji here. We're kind of forming almost like a shooting star candle here. You can see where we wicked up, guys. We've wicked up to 122.51. We wicked up to 118.53. Then we tried again, got up to 120. We'll call it 121, guys, and now we're just going to have to see if on the day we close up above where we closed with this doji here to see if this move is going to continue, or if it's finally time for that retracement back to maybe that 104 before we set a higher low and continue to move on, guys. Old resistance, which this was our old resistance here, we broke through it. We want it to become new support. That's so crucial. I can't overemphasize that enough. And also, guys, we have gotten a little overextended away from this 20 EMA here. Our 20 EMA is all the way back down around 99.44, so we've really extended off of it a lot here, guys. So that's basically what I'm looking at. I'm patiently waiting to see if we get one more little leg up and challenge that 125.65, or if we're finally going to have some type of retracement here, because this move has been extreme, guys. This has been a beautiful move. I mean, truly think about this. So it was on April 1st, we were at around $59 to $60, and we're at 116 right now. In basically, what's that, guys? 2 months. I mean, that's an incredible move from $60 all the way up to 116. You just don't see that in traditional markets, guys, and that's why I said we're so blessed to be in this space. But one of the key things I wanted to show you here, and guys, this is what I look for, and I'm just going to give you some of my tips here. Like I said, I'm always transparent with you. I'm open with you. I really want to help people here. So what I like to go off of right here, guys, do you see how we found support off this 20 EMA in yellow or orange here? It also happened while we were having a stochastic cross. So that would be the time to get in, guys, that we're finding support there. We're having this transition, this switch between the bears pushing it down here, now the bulls buying it back up, and we had that stochastic cross. But what you're starting to see now is a potential for a bearish cross to the downside. So we really have to watch that, guys. The candle close today is going to be of very significant importance, because, you know, if we close, guys, it's all about these candle closes. So let's zoom in on these so I can show you. All right. So what happened was yesterday, guys, you see this doji candle, so that's showing indecision. We've had this beautiful move up, and now you're finding resistance between, or a fight between the bulls and the bears here. That's what those dojis are. It's indecision of, are we going to continue to move higher, or is it finally time to start retracing and heading back down a little bit so we can find a nice higher low, then eventually power back up. But what you can see is, with this doji candle, this was our close right here the day before, so we slightly closed up above it yesterday, and now today we would want to close up above that doji candle that we set yesterday, and that maybe could get us up to that 125, guys, because 125.65 is going to be very strong overhead resistance. We looked at it on the one-day chart. We can go out to it again if you guys haven't seen the video that I did yesterday. Go ahead and check that out. But this is where 125 is going to be. And what happened was there's a really big push here, guys. We fell back down. We had a bullish engulfing candle here. We had a slight reaction, and that's around our 125.65. So I do feel as though that's going to be pretty strong resistance there for the time being, guys. Sometimes you'll hit it, you'll come back down, you'll retrace, you'll get good volume, then you'll power up through it. That's a potential. Sometimes you just break right through it. Like I said, if a whale wants to come in here and they really don't care about the stock RSI and the MACD and all these other things that's shown that we're getting a little overextended, we definitely could push up even higher. Because in my opinion, guys, from where Litecoin has went, and I'm talking just on the macro, not looking here at the 1 day or the 4 hour, any of that, we're still very oversold. I mean, Litecoin at one point got up to around, I think on some charts, guys, it was over $400, and we went down all the way to 22, and now we're at 115 with the halving coming up, all the good positive things that have been happening with Litecoin. So I do feel as though just overall psychologically we're still oversold, but some of the indicators now are showing that we may have some type of retracement coming up in the days to come if we don't get this next little leg up here, this next push up. Okay, so next what I want to go to is our MACD. So we just looked at the stock there. Let's take a look at our MACD. We're going to go through some indicators, and we're just going to kind of see what's bullish, what's bearish. And remember, now we are on the 1 day. We are no longer on the 4 hour. I will be trading off the 4 hour, and I'm paying very close attention to the 4 hour, guys, because I can get in and out of positions very fast. All right, so what we see here on the histogram, guys, we're starting to have that downward tick on the histogram. Now the MACD is still up above the signal line here, but we're starting to get a hook. We have not crossed over and confirmed yet. So that's something you do want to pay attention to, guys, is that confirmation, just like we had here. So the cross happened right here on this candle, and after that candle, if you just went off the close, we were at around $78 there. If you would have exited your position on that cross, it could have saved you around $10 because it went all the way down to about that $66, $67 range. Okay, so it's really important to be playing these crosses as well on the MACD, the stochastic. The next one we're going to go to is our RSI, the relative strength index, and kind of see how that's looking. Guys, let me know what you think. Do you feel as though we're still going to have one more little leg up, or do you feel as though we're just very overextended right now and we do need that cooling down period? Like I said, that doesn't mean Litecoin's going into a bear market, guys. It's just healthy retracements happen. When you have a blast up here, you retrace. Blast up, retrace. Blast up, we'll see where our retrace is when it happens, and that's just the name of the game. So right now our RSI is at 71. We're in overbought territory. In traditional stock markets, guys, remember, cryptocurrency can get very overextended. Just recently on that last move, we got up to 87. So there is more room to run. If we do want one more leg up, we definitely could have that happen, okay? But what you're seeing is, guys, is this right here. We're having higher lows on our RSI. So this is what we want to stay intact. Sorry about that, guys. There's my trend line. So right here, those are our higher lows that we want to stay intact. And guys, it almost looks like we're double topping a little bit here. We made this nice move up to around 77. We came back down, and now we're a little bit lower. And what you're seeing is, guys, essentially that price here was not as high as it was here, but our RSI was a little stronger. So there is a little bit of bearish divergence going on there, but that's not necessarily something that you would want to exit a position on until you really get confirmation. So, you know, that's what I'm looking at, guys. And let's also look at the Bollinger Bands quick. I want to see how overextended we are getting, because these are a really good sign as well. If you start getting, you know, the stochastic, then the Bollinger Bands are really overextended. These are the things that you want to look for, guys. But also, if you're just a hodler, guys, this is when we're in this uptrend, you just want to continue to hold on. If you're not going to be trading them, hold on to your position, because we are in an uptrend, and that's when you want to hold. You don't want to hold in a bear market. You want to hold in a bull market, okay? But even with the Bollinger Bands, we're at the very top of the bands here, guys, on the 1 day. Do you see how we're sneaking out of it with all these wicks? So that may be another sign that we could have some type of correction or a pullback. The middle band's going to be at around $98 right there, guys. So let's just pay attention. If I get the ability to, guys, I have a lot of work today, but if I get the ability to come on at 8 o'clock tonight and cover the close for you, I'll do that, because I really want to see where this candle is going to form. Could we continue to go up from here, guys? Challenge that 125? Absolutely. Could we break down through the trend line? Absolutely. That's why we have to have a plan for both. Okay? So right now things are just looking a little overextended, guys. Looking like we do need some cool down. We're just going to have to pay attention and wait and see. Right now we're at 115.64. We're up 0.3%. God bless each and every one of you. Like, subscribe if you like these videos. Appreciate you being here with me.